Morning. So, today's rant is probably going to be one of those that doesn't really have a start, middle, or end that's consistent, but, hey, whatever. I'm 32. I've been saying that a lot lately. 32. I don't know if it's because I have 6 kids, I don't know if it's because I have kids in general, I don't know if it's because my oldest is 11 and my youngest is an infant, or anything related to that, but it feels like it to me, at least in my particular scenario. There are a lot of things I wish I would have understood or had to model after when I was younger that I think might have helped me navigate a lot of unnecessary stressors as an adult. And I think there are a lot of things that a lot of really simple humanity things that I feel like I'm only really just taking control of now in my life. I think that there's a really big difference between doing, how do I want to put this? A really big difference between doing what is right versus doing what the world says is what you're supposed to do. Because I think the world says we're supposed to do a lot, and I don't think that we put a lot of consideration into whether or not what the world says we should do is what should actually be done. I made a choice about today that kind of feels like the whole world would say should be done differently. But it's a choice that I've made the way the world says should be done so many times over the last year and a half, and it hasn't gotten anywhere. It's only continued to get into a rut of a hole of a horrible situation filled with anxiety and depression and deteriorating self-worth, and I played the game the right way. I followed all the rules. I did everything I was told. I'm doing everything that I'm told. And I've reached a point where I feel like I'm being forced to work a lot harder. And not necessarily not even just not smarter, but I feel like I'm being forced to work a lot harder in a way that isn't smart at all. And I know this is kind of vague, but I don't really feel like putting my personal life in that particular aspect online, because I feel like then it'll sound more like complaining or justifying, and I'm not complaining, and it doesn't need justification. My choice was the right choice. It was a choice that puts to peace a lot of the times I tried to make the choice I was forced into for a really long time. You reach a point in something where you have literally done all that you can, and you are literally doing all that you can, and there are factors that just can't be changed, things that can't be done differently, and I've been at that point for a very long time now. And I think what I've noticed in different steps of this process over the last year and a half is that when I finally get to where they tell me to, it's kind of just like, I don't want to say I haven't been given credit for it, but it's like all of the stress and the anger and the shaming and the negativity of it that they threatened every time, it's just kind of like all of a sudden a non-factor. Like it was an empty threat. So going off of past experiences, I've decided to just handle it in the way that I can, and it'll work itself out in the time frame that it can work itself out into, because it can't be forced anymore. That part of it is financial. And I think a lot of people need to hear that there's only so many things that you can do financially. But the world wants your money. And they have no regard for whether or not it exists. And they have no regard for the fact that you're making as much of it as you can in all the ways that you can. Now, this is not a justification post for people who refuse to get a job or are refusing to work like they should or whatever. It's kind of more so for the people who are doing everything that they can, who have the one job that, you know, is making progress and that's getting them into a better place, or the people who have like 3 jobs because they just need to get more than what they're getting out of 1 or 2. And the struggle is real when it comes to those things financially. And the thing is, I think you could work 4 jobs and be happy if those 4 jobs are things that make you happy and you feel like all the work you're putting in is getting you through what the world's demanding of you. But I think that if you're constantly feeling like you're falling behind financially, if you're constantly feeling like you're being berated from a financial standpoint, it doesn't matter if you love all 4 of those jobs, you're gonna hate life. Motivational speakers say it all the time, you know? Do what you love and you'll never work another day in your life. And I get that some people are like, we can't just do what we love. We still have bills. And that's all valid. All of that's valid from every viewpoint. Except the fact that I think we let the things that need our money rule the way we earn it and rule the way we view it. And I'm tired of feeling too poor for the system to be satisfied. It's a traffic violation thing. I can say at least that much because I've talked about it in things past. And there was that car insurance vlog that goes on forever when I was angry. It's that. And it's all boiled down to the choice that I have is to pay what I can in the time frame that I can and do what I can. And I am. And I have been for a while. And I keep going up against the judge and telling them I am not any richer. I'm still following the law and I'm still not driving. And that means I still can't drive to do my community service. And unless you want me to break the law that got me in the courtroom in the first place, I can't change that. I just can't change that. And it's the whole reason I got pulled over driving under suspended license to begin with. Groceries are a thing. Doctor's appointments are a thing. Life is a thing. I wasn't joyriding. I wasn't coming back from a weekend vacation at Wheeling Downs. I was trying to do life. And the point's been proven, and the lesson's been learned. It doesn't matter what life demands of me. I don't have a valid driver's license, so I'm not driving. That's the lesson, right? I've learned it. So why keep dragging me into a courtroom telling me that I can't do the community service and I need to do these things to prove that I'm sorry for doing the thing that's preventing me from doing these things? So it's a brick wall, and I'm over it. I've been over it, but today I made a choice that feels really, really good. Even though it's not the choice that the world tells me I'm supposed to make. But it's the right choice. Because if I'm not going to be listened to, if you're not going to look at me and see anything more than what you see on paper and your requirements, and you're not going to take into account my ability to fulfill those requirements, then why should I keep driving myself crazy trying to meet your requirements that are impossible because of the case that is sitting in front of your face? I'm not going to keep coming in here and telling you that I'm still not a millionaire. not going to keep coming in here and tell you that you are not the only thing that I've had to sacrifice to do what's right. I'm supposed to follow the law. That's why I ended up in the courtroom in the first place. Broke a law. So quite frankly, the lesson is don't break that law. I'm not breaking that law. Lesson learned. The lesson can't be learned anymore by being berated and belittled that I still can't just throw money at them and I still can't just check that box. And I get it. Courtrooms see all kinds of scenarios of people trying to evade responsibility. But that's so not my case. I'm not trying to evade responsibility. I'm trying to uphold responsibility the best I can with the resources I have available. And that's just it. That's the end of the story. So I'm not going to keep going in front of a judge and explaining that my scenario is the same as my scenario was when I got pulled over. The only difference is I'm following the law now. If I wasn't following the law, I could check your box. I could drive myself to do the community service. But I'm not going to break the law just to appease your checklist that shows I'm going to follow it. That doesn't work out. So I really made peace with it. I'll handle the backlash when it comes. But to be quite honest, the backlash is just as equal to standing in front of them like they want. So, lesser of two evils, I guess. But my mental health is so improved today over the choice I made. And I could go over all the reasons again and again and again and again and again, but saying them another 30th time, it's not going to change anything. So I'm done repeating myself. Now I'm just going to do my best. And that's going to have to be good enough. But I feel good about it. It's a gorgeous day so far today. Hoping it doesn't get too humid. But I guess my point is, whatever choice you make sure that you're making it the wisest way. The healthiest way. Healthy choices. Oh dear, that's a whole other vlog topic in itself. Healthy choices. Man, if you just keep making continuously unhealthy choices, it is going to tear you apart. So make the healthy choice that aligns with being the right choice, for the right reasons, and glorifying the right side of the line. And pray, and give yourself grace. We all have the ability to give ourselves grace, and man, when we do, it's so much better. It's just so much better all the way around. So give yourself grace. Make smart choices in healthy ways. And feel good about it. And feel good about it. Well, that's my ramble. Good day.